Intro, what up? Okay, today we're going to talk about the distributive property, a property you probably already know, and in fact, throughout class I've seen a lot of distributive property embedded into problems, so this is going to look somewhat familiar. It should be a short video. Okay, example one here. So, distributive property, it's multiplication, and basically it is whatever the number is on the outside of the parentheses. It needs to distribute to everything on the inside of the parentheses. So for instance, if there are two numbers on the inside of the parentheses, that 4 or that number on the outside must distribute to both of them. So if there were 3 numbers inside parentheses, that number on the outside would have to go to all 3. And sometimes you see it just as one number. It's just multiplication between those two numbers. But let's do a couple of examples. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking this 4 and I am going to multiply it by these two terms. Now, remember, the sign that is to the left or in front of the number belongs to that number. That's a -3 there. Trust me, this is going to help you later on. And that's just a 6, okay? So it's going to be 4 times 6. So this is what it says. 4 times 6, and then it's actually going to be minus 4 times 3, or 4 times -3. So this is going to be 24 minus 12, which is going to give me 12. Now, to prove that this is right, what we're going to do is we're going to do this problem without distributive property, okay, and see if we end up getting 12. So 6 minus 3 is 3, right? And 3 times 4 is 12. So I would have gotten 12 either way. Now we're going to get to a problem in a second why we have to use distributive property, because it's not really made for this type of problem. All right, let's go down here. This 12 is going to distribute to the 3, and it's going to distribute to the -7. Remember, that's a -7, not a +7. So 12 times 3 is 36, and 12 times -7 is -84. Okay. So when you do that problem out, do it on your own. Got it. Moving on. Thought I was going to give you the answer to that, didn't you? You were wrong. Example 3. I want you to try these on your own. Pause me. You didn't pause me. Go ahead. All right. Here is where distributive property is built for. This is why we have the distributive property. Because inside the parentheses here, remember PEMDAS parentheses first, I can't add 4 plus x. They're not like terms. So I have to use distributive property because this is not simplified. This expression can't simplify it like it is. I have to use distributive. 2 is going to go to the 4, and 2 is going to go to the x. 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times x is 2x. Put them together. Remember, addition and subtraction rules are very strict. I can only add or subtract things that are like. But multiplication rules are way more open. I can do whatever I want. I can multiply whatever I want to whatever I want. This is my final answer here. And again, I can't add these because they're not like. Here, that's a -5. I'm going to distribute it to the x, and I'm going to distribute it to the 9. So this is going to be a -5x. And it's a -5 times 9, which is going to give me a -45. Okay? Can't do anything with it. All right? Last one here. X is on the outside. It's okay. I'm going to multiply it by both of the terms on the inside. You're going to get something a little bit different here, though, because x is going to end up being in both terms. So we can simplify that further. X times -8 gives me -8x. X times -4 gives me -4x. Now, both of those terms are like because they both have an x in them. I'm actually able to simplify that further. That's a negative number, and that's a negative number, which means my answer must also be a negative number. And I've got 8 and 4, so how many x's do I have total? Well, I have -12 x's total. So my answer there is -12x. In this one, I could have solved it without using distributive. -8 minus 4, right, gives me -12, and -12 times x, -12x. Bam. Watch it again, do it up, see you later.